world that's colder, in a world that's darker. A trend seems to be sweeping our nation. Although its existence has been around since the beginning of time, it seems like, in this rhyme, more prevalent than ever. As we approach the final days of our Savior's return, it would seem because we all have sinned and fallen short. We all may have fallen into this trend at some point in our lives, and it's something that keeps us from sharing the truth, spreading the love, and standing for what's right. It's the sin of silence. It stretches in both directions. The sin of silence affects both light and dark in this world. There are those who would attempt to silent and be silent all things good and mortal. There are those who are good and mortal who would keep themselves silent. There is a time for everything, a season for every activity in the heavens, a time to be silent, a time to speak. And although there is a time for everything stated in the Bible, we are never called for a time of silence. When it comes to things of God that is placing down on our hearts to do, there is never a time to cower out and allow the voices of trump out the righteousness, God's commandments, God's ways. We're never to stand by and allow evil to flourish and righteousness to take the back seat. See, believers, we belong in God's army. And therefore, we need to fight for justice, righteousness, and what God deems good and mortal. As long as we breathe, we're never to be silent. We're never to stop praying, petitioning, spreading the truth, and standing for what's right. We're never to accept things in this world that it deems unacceptable. We're never to morph into this vision of this world that's acceptable. The Bible clearly states that we are to shine in the light of the darkness, to be in the world and not of the world. To be in the world and not of the world. The light and the darkness. For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, comes not from the Father, but from the world. To stay silent when God calls us to speak out is disobedience. We're never called to hate, but we're called to care, called to act, to make a difference. God has called us here, right now, and expect us to stand for Him. One day, maybe soon, we all will stand before God in all creation and be accountable for every action, belief we held here on earth, progressivism and political correctness. As a believer, we may silence ourselves by not sharing the good news with others, or render ourselves ineffective by not taking the action to stand and defend those who are most innocent. God calls us to speak out, stand up, step out, stand up, stand out. Let's fight the good fight of faith. The good fight of faith. See, let your heart be encouraged, at peace. You're not alone. In God's army, He cares for you, and He has overcome all things. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the